What is your most anticipated game of 2011/2012? Go.
That's kind of tough now because you put 2 years in there, and I don't even know what comes out in 2012
Just what
besides
of what was
Borderlands.
in that list that we made earlier?
Okay, well, Borderlands 2 then, because that's obvious. That I spent probably months playing the first one, so I don't know how I wouldn't stop playing the second one for months or
Yeah.
years.
I think I agree. I think Borderlands 2 is going to be absolutely amazing, and I
If you
can't
want to
wait
do maybe more
for.
like a top three, that'd be easier because there's some games I wouldn't mind mentioning.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me your top
I mean,
three.
of course, my top three top would be Borderlands 2, but that's far from now. But it's one of those games that hits me. I also want to play Uncharted 3 just because I Uncharted 2 was amazing. Uncharted 1 didn't get too much love from some people, and other people enjoyed it. I liked it, so I love the whole series. And of course, just so I can have everyone's love, I love Skyrim because anything Bethesda makes, I almost immediately love. Even Brink, I love Brink. I don't know why people hate it, but yeah, Borderlands 2, Uncharted 3, and Skyrim.
Let's see. For me, I was looking forward to Deus Ex a lot, but to be honest, it was kind of a letdown to me. Um, at least now, I haven't actually played that much of it, so I won't, say that's my final answer on that. But so far, it's kind of the story is amazing, but the gameplay is difficult and out there, and it's more like a Metal Gear Solid kind of thing. And I was just never into Metal Gear Solid. Um, let's see, coming up. I really want the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, and I really want the God of War collection. But it makes me sad that that's what I'm looking forward to when it's games I've already played. Um, I haven't actually played both of the God of Wars on PSP, but I mean they're kind of the same thing as the other God of Wars. I mean I certainly don't expect it to be better than God of War 3, but I do really want to play them. Um, let's see, what else am I looking forward to?
I mean, what about actual like new releases? Because I know I can mention some games that are like old school collections. Like I
Yeah.
still want to get the Sly collection, even though
Yeah.
that came out already.
That's just what I'm really looking
Because
forward
that was
to.
one
I
of my
think
favorite.
I think right now it's just that I'm in this kind of retro mode right now, and that's why I'm looking forward to all these collections. Like I'm about to play Final Fantasy X again, most likely coming up, and I just borrowed Castlevania from Charlie, and I've been playing that, and I'm just kind of in like a retro kind of like back to the old school kind of days gaming, and I think that's why I'm looking forward to these two different collections. As for new games, Borderlands 2 is definitely at the top of my list. Um, I was just let's see. I want to play the Run. The Run looks interesting to me. That looks
I
like a
like
lot
that
of
they
fun.
put a single player to Need for Speed for once, like an actual
Yeah.
good looking single player. Even though it has some just quick action mostly, but I mean it's cool how you go from race, cutscene, race
Yeah.
with transitions like that. It's cool.
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can think of that could ruin that game. But hopefully they did it right. If they did it right, it could be awesome. If they did it wrong, it could be the worst Need for Speed game I've ever played. So it's kind of
Or it
like
could
a
just be
toss up.
like another rinse repeat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm fearing, and so I don't know. It could be bad, but
I
hopefully
mean,
it's
if they
good.
took some of the, stuff like Blur or Split Second, where they actually had environment changing stuff or
Yeah.
powers and all these things, if they actually tried to mix it up instead of just making it, oh, we only race and we run away from the cops, almost everything.
Yeah, but I've always
Every
enjoyed
time.
that. I wish that they would throw more into it, but at the same time, I actually enjoyed just the straight up racing. And I think Need for Speed Hot Pursuit did a good job because they did throw in some stuff, but at the same time, it was still kind of classic Need for Speed racing. So I enjoyed that game a
Yeah.
lot. And on the topic of that, Driver looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to get it. Um,
The only thing I don't like about the game is it's called Driver, but the driving isn't that fantastic in it.
yeah,
It's a little bit like it needs some work, but I know the single player is a lot more like a
well,
kind
did you ever
racing.
play the other drivers? Did you ever play the Driver for PS2?
I played Driver 3 and I never finished it because the game was so glitched. Like I could never finish it because it was always like these few set missions that would always glitch and I couldn't finish. Like if I'm chasing a guy, he'll magically get stuck on a house, and I'm like, okay, he's trapped. And nope, you have to chase him to a certain area or the game just stays there. And I just hated the fact that it was like that. But I felt like the game had a good idea, being a little bit of a mix of racing and GTA.
Let's see. I'm looking for my driver game. It was a PS2. I think it was just called. Oh no, that's Test Drive. Never mind. But anyways, I think that Driver kind of goes for more of a kind of like Need for Speed was, where it's not trying to be realistic, like for instance, Gran Turismo. It's more of like a fantasy kind of race really fast game.
So
Like it's not supposed to
yeah,
be. You can make turns in Need for Speed that are absolutely ridiculous and would never be possible by any car.
it's
You
it's kind of
know.
like what I named Blur as. Blur was a adult's version or like teenagers version of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Driver is kind of like a Mario Kart battle scenario in some way,
Mhm.
but
So
you're racing in what looks like a modernized, city and stuff like that. But then again, they haven't really shown too much of the single player,
yeah.
so you have no idea what to expect. I'm pretty sure the single player is a mix of third person adventure with racing, but I
Yeah.
have no idea. I really don't have any idea how it is. I haven't really looked
You
into
know,
it.
when I think about it, it's like it seems like it's going to be a rinse and repeat game. But on the other hand, for whatever reason, it's just fun as hell. Like when we were playing online, I was having so much fun playing that game, and that's why I want to buy it. Like I'm not trying to analyze it as much. I could analyze it, and it would probably make me not want to buy it. But just the fact that I had so much fun playing the two demos, I think I'm just gonna buy it and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of go on instinct and say, I had fun with the demos. Let's just buy the game. Let's not try to analyze it. Let's just buy it and see if it's fun. Because I had so much of a blast playing both the single player demo and the multiplayer demo. More the multiplayer, but it was just a fun game. It's interesting. It's something different. So
Yeah, for me, that's kind of like how I feel about Resistance. I actually have Resistance too, and I feel like Resistance 3 is gonna be interesting because they're going away from being the massive multiplayer kind of feel where they had like millions of people playing at once and like 60 on 60 battles or however it was. And I felt like they kind of went away from that just because Mag kind of did that 256 players in one map. But at the same time, I found it interesting because they went complete with a smaller type of story, a smaller scenario, both multiplayer and single player. It's kind of like the last hurrah by Insomniac, and everyone knows how well Insomniac when they make their games like Ratchet and Clank and such. And being that this is going to be their last game that they make exclusively for the PS3, I'm sure they're going to go all out with this one. And playing the beta for multiplayer, I can't help but get a lot of a feeling of a mix of all types of FPSs that we get these days, like from Halo and Call of Duty and all that stuff. And it actually seems like a game like I was kind of iffy on it, or I might rent it, but maybe I might buy it just to give it a chance because it looks like a really good game, and it looks like they work on it a lot.
yeah, can we talk about a game that we don't want to see for a second? Ratchet and Clank Free for All, or 4 for 1, or 1 for 4, or whatever the hell. I can't even think what it's called. It's the worst game I've ever seen in my life. Like you could not pay me to play that game. I'm sorry. It's horrible. It makes me want to forget that Ratchet and Clank ever existed, and it was one of my favorite series on the PS2. And I watched the trailer, and I wanted to like burn my PS3. It was so bad. It was awful. What were they thinking? What is Insomniac thinking with this
I don't even
game?
know what it is because I thought after Resistance that was their last one. I didn't
It's
think they were gonna do another Ratchet and Clank, being that they're going on Xbox.
I don't even know what to say about that game. I honestly don't. Like they took Ratchet and Clank was a huge series. There was I want to say 7 games, maybe 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is Up Your Arsenal, and then Deadlocked, and then there's 2 on the PSP, maybe even 3. I think there were 2 though. Um, Wait, was 4?
I can't really tell you too much because I haven't played too many of them, but I think there's 2 on the PS3. There might be 3 like
Yeah,
really early
then
on.
there's 2 on the PS3, and also there was one PSN game called something Your Booty or whatever. It was a pirate thing, and
Yeah.
s-
Bound chicka wow wow.
so that's at least 9 Ratchet and Clank games. I feel like I'm wrong with was Up Your Arsenal 3 or 4. Now I'm confused. I feel bad because I haven't played in so long, and I know someone's probably cussing me out right now, like you're an idiot. But anyways,